food-stamp millionaire. How her outrageous story could actually help stop welfare fraud. Saturday on the BizBlog.
Is there a price tag for decency in the Obama campaign? Well, the campaign and its supporting super PAC will look the other way when it comes to bigotry, as long as you pony up $1 million. Now, there are growing calls tonight for President Obama's super PAC, Priorities USA, to return a $1 million donation from comedian Bill Maher. Why? Well, President Obama has blasted Rush Limbaugh for his degrading comments about a Georgetown law student. He even called her a consoler. But Bill Maher, night after night, uses filthy language to degrade women. Nope. So President Obama should blast Bill Maher, right? Well, he hasn't. Isn't that hypocritical? Priorities USA founder Bill Burton says there's no comparison.
The notion that there is an equivalence between what a comedian has said over the course of his career and what the de facto leader of the Republican Party said to sexually degrade a woman who engaged in an important debate of our time is crazy. Like, there's just no similarity between what Rush Limbaugh said, lying about the argument that Ms. Fluke was making, a law student at Georgetown, and what a comedian has said in the past.
Fox News political analyst Kirsten joins us. I should tell you she has a new article on the subject posted on the Daily Beast. It is right now the hottest item on it. It's called The Left's Continued Limbo Hypocrisy. Your thought about Bill Burton?
I have to say, Bill Burton, you are so much better than what you just did. So much better. I cannot believe that they would defend the things that Bill Maher is saying by just writing it off that he's a comedian. I mean, what does it matter? So you can call a woman the C word and all these other words because it's comedy? Well, what's the joke, Greta? Like, what's the joke?
Well, I think it actually, I mean, as Bill Burton makes that rather, I don't know, whatever he described, whatever he's saying, there's also David Axelrod, who is going to appear on Bill Maher's show, at least are supported in the very near future, so he doesn't care either.
Well, sure. I mean, they're making all of these distinctions that you can be misogynist if you're a comedian, you can be misogynist if you're attacking a public person. This is another argument they're making. It's just, you know, and meanwhile, this is the same group of people who claim that they're fighting a war on women, right? They're the people who stand up for women, but yet when women are attacked and horrible things are said about them, there's an excuse. There's always an excuse for why it's not the same thing and why it's okay.
You mentioned Karen Tumulty, who's one of the most respected political reporters in the city. She's got more stripes than any of these people in any of these campaigns. Sure. She just got attacked viciously.
Yeah. Well, she wrote this week, actually, after I wrote my article, she agreed basically that the left is very quiet on this type of stuff, and she talked about how Matt Taibbi, who's at Rolling Stone now, very highly respected left-wing writer. He actually just wrote a blurb from Rachel Maddow's book, and he had written about Karen Tumulty, and like you said, an incredible reporter, amazing woman. You know, she's a pre-op version of Dave Barry, that she's ugly, that she's a female impersonator. I mean, besides just being ridiculous, what does that have to do with it? And what does it have to do with anything?
Well, I'm actually not even going to, you know, you talk about the Obama administration. Obviously, they don't want to return that $1 million, so that's why they're looking the other way. But I'm not going to let the media off the hook. I just blogged on GretaWire about the Radio and Television Correspondents Association dinner. You can go to GretaWire, and it's the person they have headlining has the most vile words that I've ever seen describing a woman. It's unbelievable. GretaWire.com, and it's just, and this is the media has headlining their big dinner. I've called for a boycott of it, and Tina Brown right now in New York is holding a big women's summit. Let's see if the women have the guts to stand up to the media on this.
Well, I mean, the stuff is shocking, and it's stuff that we can't say on television, but people definitely should go and look at your blog. And I would hope that they're just not aware that he said this stuff, and that, you know, and that once they see it, that they'll change their mind. But then again, we've aired all this stuff about Bill Maher, and apparently people don't care because it's so different because he's a comedian. So will they say because this guy's a comedian? I mean, what's the joke? That's what I want to know. Like, what's the joke when Bill Maher calls Sarah Palin the C word? I don't understand. Like, what's so funny?
Don't look at me. Anyway, the Daily Beast at GretaWire, they can read a whole lot more about this, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. Kirsten, thank you.
Thanks, Greta.
Coming up, Ambassador